Hello lovelies, how are we? Oh, I feel like everything just moved then. Maybe it's my eyes. Hello, it's Lesley, Not Quite Enough Distance vlog. Hope everyone's okay. Thank you for all the comments and observations from the vlog and the podcast last week. I hope everyone's keeping well. Cheers, I'm just pausing some work to have a quick cuppa. So I went to a concert Friday evening, very small venue. I'd not been to this venue before. It holds 250 people. And Pat Kane, the singer of Hue and Cry, basically could handle that many people without a microphone. He has a very powerful voice. It was a really good night, a lot of fun. Yeah, funny little place. But anyway, it was a good night, so that was excellent. We were ever so classy before the concert. Because we left in plenty of time to get parked, because where it is, parking isn't always easy. As it turned out, we managed to get a space fairly quickly. So we then went to get something to eat, and there was a fish and chip shop. You know, it's a Friday. But it didn't have chairs and tables, it was just a takeaway place. So we sat on a park bench eating fish and chips before the concert. Class. So that was Friday, Saturday. Yeah, we had a sort of quiet weekend, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we did anything exciting. No, sorry. Oh, I put the podcast up. Of course, that's exciting. Was for me. Yeah, just a regular time. Weather. Yesterday, I'm grateful that yesterday the weather was a lot kinder than it is today, because today it's very misty and damp and horrible. Yesterday had a funeral ceremony including a burial, so glad it wasn't like that yesterday. But yeah, just plodding on. Work has actually gone very quiet at the moment, which is of course good news for people who would otherwise be arranging funerals. Unless, of course, they're still arranging funerals, just not with me, which is always a possibility. But I've got a bit of writing up to do, but then that's it. So I'm hoping to do some kind of general house craft bits this week. That's the plan, before going away this weekend. Yesterday evening, Madam had her hair cut, so she's been a bit needy and grumpy since then. Not that it takes a lot to make her needy and grumpy. But, yeah, she doesn't like going to the groomers. She doesn't like having a bath. Doesn't like having her hair cut. But she knows it's got to happen. She doesn't sort of bark and get, try to attack anyone or anything like that. But she just sort of drops anchor and doesn't want to go in. You have to pick her up and carry her in. But it's got to be done, otherwise she gets very matted. So. Unless she doesn't like the postman either. Yeah, so a necessary evil as far as the dog's concerned. Apart from that, plodding on. I got to go and get my car looked at this afternoon. I've got problems with the tyre. I had a warning light that there was a flat tyre, so I did all four, and one was a lot lower pressure than the others. So I pumped it up, I thought it was just one of those things. But then yesterday, getting the same warning, and again it dropped by about the same level, so I'm getting that looked at this afternoon. Tomorrow having my hair cut. But apart from that, just normal stuff, and getting very excited about this weekend when I shall be visiting with friends. And going to Oxfordshire to see them, to spend time with them. So that will be fab. All good stuff. But I must get my work done first. So cheers. Catch you later. Still Monday, and that's been a very pleasant, unexpectedly pleasant hour. Took the car to get the tyre looked at, and it's just along the road from a coffee shop. This is all very close to my house. This isn't somewhere that I would normally drive to, except I needed the car there with me, obviously. So I said to the guy, if you want to ring me on my mobile, I'm going to go and have a coffee. And a couple of my neighbours were in there, so they said, join us. So I went and had a chat with them for an hour, which was lovely. So we have nice neighbours around here. We're very lucky. And then I went back to the garage and they were able to repair the tyre. It had a flat because there was a screw in it, picked up off the road somewhere. But they were able to repair rather than having to replace. So, winner, winner. Makes me happy. Like a lot of people, you watch the news and you kind of want to do something. And often we can't do a lot, but even little things make a difference. And so, like many others, I've gone onto Etsy and bought some digital things, some PDFs and things from Ukrainian sellers. So this first one is a knitting pattern shawl called Wheat. Printed it off in black and white, of course. But it's a wrap with a kind of simple lace pattern going up it. So I was rather pleased by that. I'm now trying to work out what yarn to use because I know what I want to use on the ends, but I don't have quite enough. Yeah. So I did that. I've also got a counted cross stitch, which is unusual for me. I possibly won't do it as counted cross stitch. I'm more likely to draw out the pattern onto canvas and do it that way. And I may not even do it as cross stitch because I tend to do petit point, the tent stitch, the half cross stitch. Quite what this means, I don't know. There were a few and they have naughty words in. So please don't be offended. There were a few, and in the end I saw this one, which is kind of one of my mottos for life. And it's a circle, flowers around the outside, and then it says, do no harm, but take no shit. That's a motto for life for me. So that's the one I got, and don't know when I'll be doing that. Plans to do it sometime this year, but not sure when. But yeah, I just wanted to support just a few people. Like I say, a very small thing is still a thing. Yeah. So if you are interested in that, if you go onto Etsy, I just typed in PDF in what I was searching for, and then in the filters you get the option to filter by country or by continent or what have you, and you can type in the country name. So that's what I did in the hope of supporting just, a couple of people. And one of them actually sent a message back expressing thanks for doing that at such a difficult time. So you don't do it for the thanks, but it kind of makes you feel good to know that someone knows you're supporting them. You see what I mean? It's almost a sentence. Yeah, so that's a couple of projects for the future. Hello, lovelies. I'm faffing around with my hair even more now. Had it cut this morning, and she, look at this, she always blow dries it a bit Victoria Beckham in the 90s, you know what I mean? No, we don't want any of that. But I do have a sticky uppy bit now. Oh, not great. Never mind. When I was walking home, there's a little cat that, there must be something growing in our hedge, something living in our hedge rather, because this cat is often sitting looking up at our hedge. Now, I don't know if there's a bird in there, a squirrel, what it is, but that cat is fascinated with this hedge. I'm not even sure where the cat lives. I know opposite us they have quite a few, so it might be one of theirs. But yes, very intriguing cat, or very intrigued cat, I should say. So, because, oh, this is going to get on my nerves. I'm going to put a hat on in a minute, I think. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'm going to sit there like this, because why would you not? I said earlier in the year that I was going to do my own Advent. And I know we've not hit Easter yet, but I'm thinking about Christmas. So, people to thank for these ideas. Firstly, Kalisha of the Quirky Monday Craft Cast. I said it first time! Who puts together her own Advent, that's the word I'm looking for. Secondly, Mars of Hey Brownberry, who last year she put together not a yarn Advent, but a little prompt of things to do each day, just little moments to take, reflective moments or enjoyable things to do, just kind of nice ideas just to take a few minutes out of the day and do something that's not the mad rush as we get into December. And then Dr. Evelyn, who is a subscriber, thank you Dr. Evelyn, also suggested putting a memory on a card as well, a happy memory, something to think about. So I'm about to assemble my packages. So I've got a collection of bags, an assortment of yarn, and these cards. On the Bits of Christmas card in here, I have the things to do, things to think about, so the take 10 minutes to do something type of idea. And on the pink bits of card, I have the happy memories. So, control your excitement, but when I do Vlogmas, spoiler, I'm going to be opening one of these every day. And I'm going to be making some knitted chains, like paper chains, but knitted or crocheted. It may depend how the mood takes me. So I'm going to put that together now, put it all in a box. And what's the betting that come the 1st of December, I won't remember where I've put the box. Anything's possible. So I've finished putting the Advent together, and providing I don't lose the box, you'll see this again in December. Hello lovelies. As with all weeks, it's got a little bit busier as we've got towards the end of it, so I'm going to wrap things up here. But I hope everything's okay with all of you. I know I haven't caught up with all the comments at time of recording from last week's vlog and from the podcast. I am going through them as I can. Always love to hear from you, and obviously I like to acknowledge and respond. So that hasn't happened for everyone yet. Apologies, it will do. Yeah, so this is the end of the week. The plans for this weekend may be changing a little. We have some poorly people, not the dreaded, but they've got colds, so we're going to slightly change things, I think, but still hoping to see them if they're feeling well enough. And there will still be knitting, can guarantee that. So I hope whatever you're doing, you're having fun. Hope the weather is treating you kindly, and the world is not a happy place at the moment. So if you do have people you're worried about, I hope that you hear from them and that they are safe. And, oh, what can we say? I'm not going to try and offer anything beyond love and hope to everyone. So may you all keep well, keep safe, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.